All right, everyone. Yeah, so let me just do a quick check to be sure that we are actually live. And I guess we are live, guys. We are live. So, how's it going, everyone? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going, guys? How's it going? What's up with you? I'm going to actually be looking at, pro-firm challenges, how to pass them. I'm just going to be giving you tips on how this works and what I've been doing personally, okay, and general rule of thumbs out there that you can actually solely depend on to pass your challenge. And I'll equally be letting you know the platform I trade with. For those of you who want to go into crypto pro firm platforms, crypto pro firm platforms are not as popular as it is with the forex market. Those who trade forex, it is very popular. It is very common, and in crypto we just have few and more of fake platforms that promises you heaven and earth, and a lot of people are getting their hands burnt, and those who even manage to buy pro firm platform, they'll buy it and then fail it the next day, buy and fail the next day, buy and fail the next day. By the way, let me know in the comment section if you guys can hear me loudly and clear. Let me know in the comment section. And if you have traded a pro firm account, let me know too in the comment section. All right, let me know too in the comment section if you have traded a pro account. Let me know. Did you pass? Were you able to make withdrawal from it? Just let me know in the comment section. Share briefly your experience with me in the comment section so that we'll get it rolling. Guys, let me know. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. Please let me know in the comment section so that I can go ahead and share my tips with you. All right, I want to share my tips with you, and if you stick to it, I just got an account, so I've traded an account. I made a video recently showing you how much I was able to make, even when it is not much. But at least it's still better than those who couldn't even make anything out of it, right? It's still better than those who didn't even make anything out of it. So, all right, yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Omogu, right? Thank you for hearing me. All right, so yeah, you can hear me. That means we'll get it rolling. So, guys, let me know. For those of you who have traded a pro firm account before, can you just let me know? I've traded a pro firm account before. Let me know if you passed. If you passed the challenge and got funded, and then let me know if you made withdrawals from it, or let me know too if you didn't make any withdrawal, if you just failed woefully. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section so that we can get it rolling. All right. Okay. All right, guys. So why I wait for comment section. I hope there are people joining me live here. If why I wait for the comment section and all of that. I need to just forge ahead. If you have questions, use the comment section, okay? If you have questions, use the comment section. I'll come back to the comment section, but let me just go ahead and share what I have to share with you before we go ahead. All right, and I'm going to give you a trade setup that I'm looking at before the end of the stream. I'm going to give you this setup. It is the same setup that I'm going to take on my... I've shared some signals on the Telegram, so for those of you who are not on Telegram, you can join us on Telegram. It's the same setup that I'm going to use for the pro firm account. Okay, it's the same setup that I'm going to use for the pro firm account. So I'm going to let you take this trade with me. It's weekend actually. A lot of they do in crypto market volatility. You can just wake up one weekend, maybe tomorrow now, before the end of tomorrow being Sunday, volatility will just pump into the market, and you see market pumping, only for you to realize that Monday that you expect more of activities, okay, more of the pumps to happen, you now see that market will be selling off and dumping very hard. All right, but you need to study the market, and when you understand it, it makes it better for you. So I'll be giving you the trade setup I'm looking at for it that we're going to hold between now, all right, till about Monday morning, where I will let you know when to take profit. So with that being said, let's jump right into it, guys. Number one, guys, number one, if you must be successful trading a pro firm account, and I'm specifically concerned with with crypto pro firm platforms. When you talk about forex, you talk about those who trade forex pro firms platform. There are a lot of legit and scam platform out there, but the number one thing you should be aware of is picking the right pro firm platform. I noticed that a lot of you would prefer to go for the cheaper ones. You prefer to go for the ones that are promising you 100%, that you get 100 times whatever you make. You get 100% of whatever you make. Yeah, there is no pro firm platform that is out there for charity, except in the case where they are doing promo. Even when they are doing promo, they don't give you 100% of whatever profit you make. The way pro firm works, for those of you who don't understand, the way pro firm platform work, pro firm is a business. All right, it is somebody's business. People are coming into this as a business. So you have the skill, and then some other person has the capital. So it is a partnership business. You bring your skill to the table, and then the owners, people who have the capital, will bring their capital, and it makes it work. It doesn't just, it's not something that you just wake up and then people are just doing for their Christmas to start sharing free money for you. All right. So if you get a platform, for those of you who are looking for cheap platform, or you're looking for platform that will give you money for free and all of that, things like that doesn't exist, right? Pro firm businesses are here for business. So what they require from you is your skill. You offer your skill, all right, and then they offer you what? The capital. So if you are looking for a free platform out there, I bet you pro firm platforms, and you end up giving your details, exposing your details to platforms that will not just scam you, or use those details to scam you in the future and all of that. So the right platform is what you should be looking for. And in the crypto space, as long as I'm concerned, with my world of experience in this space, the only legit crypto funding platform that I know of, I've tried out like 5 different platforms, but the ones I know of that I've tested and I'm still using is the 𝗘𝗷𝗙 platform, right? The 𝗘𝗷𝗙 platform. And so far, they are the best. And it makes it very simple. Now, if you don't have a background in trading forex, and you are looking for a platform that tells you that they are crypto trading platform, and at the end of the day they have their own different interface where you need to understand what lot sizes are, you need to understand how to enter trades, using lots. You are looking at a different interface entirely. It is different from the crypto you are using to trading. Then it becomes confusing to you, and then it will equally make it very tiring for you to pass your evaluation phase, which is why I actually like 𝗘𝗷𝗙, because 𝗘𝗷𝗙 is integrated into Bybit, right? One of the popular exchanges that you can never think of. Everybody knows how to use Bybit. So definitely, if you are going to look for a funded account, it means that you already know how to trade. So everybody is used to Bybit. You get access to all of the more than 700 pairs that are available on Bybit. So you trade using your Bybit account. You can use up to 100x leverage. You are not limited to the amount of leverage you can use. You are not limited to a certain number of pairs. Because if you are limited to like 10 pairs, BTC, Ethereum, Doge, and all of that, and you wake up one morning and let's say Jelly is the one pumping, you just sit down there and be folding your hand and be looking for when, Doge, there will be activities on those 10 coins that they have limited you to, right? So that's one thing that I love about 𝗘𝗷𝗙, and they are the best platform that I'm using, and I recommend that you use it. They are integrating other exchanges into the platform, but currently it is Bybit that is working. I think Clio is equally working. OKX is on the way. And they are going to be integrating other exchanges, so that if you are in a region where this particular exchange is not supported, you can use this other exchange. Or if you are someone who prefers to use a particular exchange against the other, you can easily integrate whatever exchange you want to use and start trading on the platform. So there are a lot. I'm going to be doing a detailed video about 𝗘𝗏𝗙. I've used this platform time without number. I've bought more than 5 accounts. I've passed 2 of those accounts. I've made withdrawals from the platform. So when I tell you that they are one of the best out there, it is from experience. It is not because hearsay. It is not hearsay. It is not because somebody told me. I've used 𝗘𝗏𝗙. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that 𝗘𝗏𝗙 is one of the best. And the second one that I'm currently, I just currently got an account that I'm still struggling with is the 𝗕𝗲𝗀 platform. Okay, 𝗕𝗲𝗀 is in partnership with CoinW. CoinW is equally an exchange, but when you use 𝗕𝗲𝗀, unlike 𝗘𝗏𝗙, 𝗕𝗲𝗀 doesn't integrate directly into the CoinW system. They have their own trading interface. And if you are buying, you are trading the challenge. Okay, if you are trading the challenge, you know, once you get an account and you are currently trading the challenge, instead of USDT, I think they do other USDC something. There's a name they call their own demo trading platform, their own stable coins. And then one thing that I don't personally, I hope if 𝗕𝗲𝗀 is hearing this, one thing I personally don't like is that you are limited to like 30 to 40 tokens, right? You are limited to like 30 to 40. Yeah, it is, for disciplined traders can do that, but they are limited to some of these traditional tokens that, if you wake up one morning and one coin is pumping on CoinW, you will not be able to trade it because this platform just limits you to a certain number of tokens. Though as time goes on, it is new, right? They are still new. They are still trying to have here, right? And one good thing about them is that their challenge fee starts from as low as $2,000, while that of 𝗘𝗏𝗙 starts from as high as 5,000. Yeah, their own starts from as high as 5,000, and it goes on. Why for 𝗕𝗲𝗀 is as low as 2,000. Then they have 2 phases of evaluation. Okay, they have the pro mode. The pro mode starts from 10,000 and above, and for 𝗘𝗏𝗙 they have the 1-step evaluation phase, and then they have the 2-step evaluation phase. So the 1-step, it starts from the same 5,000 and you can get up to 200,000. The 2-step starts from the same 5,000 and you can get funded up to 200,000. And one good thing with 𝗘𝗏𝗙 is that you can scale. Okay, you can scale from 200,000. You can actually scale up to $1 million if you are good. If you consistently make withdrawals every month from the platform, they will continue to scale your account, until you get to $1 million trading capital. And since inception, since 2023 that 𝗘𝗏𝗙 started, they have paid more than $3 million to users worldwide, and I've taken a percentage of that from the platform. So these are the 2 platforms that I'm currently working, using, trading an account with. I currently got a 100K account from this, and then a 50K account from 𝗕𝗲𝗀. So with these ones, I know you are safe. You can get your withdrawals and all of that, right? Why here you can get your withdrawals between 12 to 24 hours. Here is a bit delayed, right? Here is a bit delayed. Okay, so that is it with the platform. So number one thing you want to do is be mindful of the platform you choose. And as regards crypto trading, guys, the platform that I use and recommend that you stick to are these 2 platforms that I just shared with you. All right, so number two is choosing the right evaluation. Choosing the right evaluation. Now, most of these platforms gives you 2 phases of evaluation, right? 2 phases of evaluation. That's what they give to you. What do I look at when it comes to those phases of evaluation? If I come down here, I don't know if I will get those details right there. Okay, those details are not here, right? Yes, here. Okay, this is the 1-step evaluation, right? Let's take it one after the other. Let me show you something. 1-step evaluation, let me just zoom out so that you'll be able to see clearly. 1-step evaluation tells you that max daily drawdown is 4%. all right, and then max drawdown is 6%. Daily drawdown is 4%, max drawdown is 6%. That's the most important thing I want to look at when I'm choosing my evaluation phase. Some persons will say, oh, I can just do 10% here and pass. Well, as long as you can trade and do 10%, you can equally do 15%, because that's just the difference, right? Here you do 10%, you get funded immediately. Here you do 15%, you do 10% first phase, you do 5% second phase, and you get funded. But here's the difference. Why here the daily drawdown is 4%, max drawdown is 6% on the two steps, all right? Daily drawdown is 5% and then max drawdown is 6%. This is what I'm looking at. So if I'm getting a 100K account, I know that in a day I have 5,000. 5% of that is what you're playing with. That is the real capital you have. Not that because you have bought a 100K account, you get that. All right. So this 5% is what I'm looking at, because the 5%, which is 5,000, if I get a 100K account, 5,000 is what I'm playing with in a day. I don't need to lose up to that, because if I lose up to that in a day, I automatically fail that account and I will lose my money. Right? Automatically fail that account and I lose my money. One good thing with 𝗖𝗄𝗙 is that when you pass your evaluation, you get funded. As you're making your first withdrawal, the capital you use to get that evaluation or that challenge is returned back to you. But when you fail, you lose that money, right? So I know that I have 5,000 right there as against just sticking to 4,000. And for my overall drawdown, if I start losing 10 naira, let's say $5, $2, $3, $10, $100, and all of them joined together will be my max drawdown. Okay, so I know that I have 10% of that capital. So if I get a 100K account, I have 10,000 to play with as my max drawdown. So if I've given myself 2 weeks to pass this evaluation, I have 10,000 to play with, and I have 5,000 every day to play with. If once I exceed that limit, I fail the account, right? So if you are just starting here, what you want to do is to make sure that you choose the right evaluation. And for me, I always recommend that you choose the two-phase evaluation, because the drawdown is bigger compared to the one-phase evaluation where you are just limited to a little amount of capital. And remember, as I said earlier, if your daily drawdown is 5%, know that the 5% is 5% of the capital you are buying that here you have access to. It is not the 100,000 or the 200,000. It is the 5% of that capital that you have access to, because if you like, enter trades with all the money. If market move by 1 pips or move by 1% and you're losing 5,000 for that day, it means that you have automatically failed that account, right? So I want that money that I have access to, the real money that I'm supposed to trade with, I'm supposed to play with, I want it to be bigger for me, right? Which is why I always go for the two-phase evaluation that gives me 5% daily drawdown and 10% max drawdown. I don't know if you understand what I'm explaining here. If you do, please let me know in the comment section. All right, and if you're following up and you're enjoying what I'm giving you, let me know in the comment section, guys. All right, so I always go for the evaluation phase that has, the higher percentage. So when you are choosing your evaluation, choose the right one for you. That is my own personal preference, and I believe it applies to every newbie out there. If you are doing forex, or forex platform can give you up to 8% daily drawdown. If you get any platform like that that gives you up to 8% as against 4% daily drawdown, go for it. All right, go for it. It will help you a lot, because it will help you stay longer in the market. All right, now number three way you can easily pass a ProFirm account, is by risking like a pro. You need to risk like a pro, right? You need to risk. You don't just wake up one morning and just start entering trade randomly, because the experience I've had with majority of you who buy a ProFirm account is that I forgot to put stop loss. Now the platform doesn't listen to all of these your excuses. They don't listen to that. Oh, why will you not put stop loss in the first place? Before you can even pass a ProFirm account, you need to be a disciplined trader. All right, as I said earlier, ProFirm business is a partnership business. There are a group of persons who have this money, and they are looking for the other group that has the skill. Now when you come for the skill, your ProFirm, the challenge period is like your interview period. You don't just come, or it's like, when people start work, there are people who are under probation for a month, 2 or 3. before they are made full stars of a particular company. So this partnership business they are going into, the owners, the investors, the owners of this money want to know that you have all it takes to manage the capital that they are giving to you, which is why there is a phase of evaluation, right? Which is why there is a phase of evaluation. So within that period, you have to prove to them that you can do this. And what they are looking at is somebody who is disciplined, somebody who can manage risks, somebody who can manage their emotions, right? So if you don't start, risking like a pro, then you will fail that account. And the pro firm platform will not refund your whatever little capital you use as collateral for that. All right. So the general rule of thumb out there is that you raise between 1 to 3% of your capital, 1 to 3% of your capital. And I go back to the 100K example again. So if my daily drawdown for a 100K account is 5%, which is 5K, and I'm risking between, even the hydro trader, for instance, gives you that limit. Okay, you cannot risk more than 3% in your trade. If you do that, they will strike you. They will give you a warning, and then after that, if you continue, they will just fill the account for you, or they will just kick you out, right? So you cannot risk more than 3%. Now I said my daily drawdown is 5,000, so it means that I have 5,000 to play with that day, for a particular day, and then my overall drawdown is 10,000, right? But generally what they want you, if I enter like 5 trades at a go, all of my stop losses joined together should not be more than 3%, right? It shouldn't be more than 3%. So you have up to 3%. So it means even inside that 5,000 that I'm playing with in a day, which is my daily drawdown, I am still limited to 3%, which is 3,000, right? Can I enter a trade, like a single trade, with the whole of that 5,000? It should not be more than 3% of the overall capital that I've given to you. So it means if I enter a trade, just like I'm going to share with you with Ethereum, if I enter a trade and my stop loss is like minus 2% or minus 4%, that minus 4%, if I enter with 5,000, okay, what is the leverage I'm using? If it goes against me by this number of leverage, how much am I losing? Is it up to 3,000? Or is it slightly above 3,000? If it is, then you'll be having problem with the platform, right? So you want to make sure that your risks, when that brings us to planning your trades before even entering it. You need to plan, you need to calculate everything, that if this works like this, I should make this. If it works like this, I should make this. So looking for high probability trades will always help you to say, okay, at least a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio is enough to get you started. So when you are trading, number 2, if you must pass a pro firm account, in peace, make sure that you are risking like a pro, and don't risk more than just your risk, should be within 1 to 3%, at most 3%. Don't risk more than that. All right. Number 4 is to start smart and then you scale smarter. All right, start smart and scale smarter. Trading is all about, I don't know how to put it, but when it comes to trading, okay, you must learn how to spread your risks. Okay, you must learn how to spread your risks, because you only need to pass 1 or 2. Like if you are doing a 2-phase evaluation, you just need the first, raise the capital for the first step, and then you pass the second step. First step 10,000, and then the second step 10,000. So if you have decided to enter a trade with 5K and you're looking for a risk reward ratio of 1 to 3, right? A risk reward ratio of 1 to 3. If you get a trade that hits full TP, that singular trade alone would have given you, right? Would have given you the phase 1. All right, it would have given you the phase 1. But even at that, if you now split the money into 2, it means if you get 2 trades or 3 trades that hits full TP, you will still get that money that you need. That money that you need. So instead of you see this particular token pumping, you jump, you see this one pumping, you jump, you see this one pumping, you jump. Now I was telling people in my class yesterday that in the crypto space, crypto generally is volatile, but there are tokens or there are cryptos that are more volatile than others. right? Crypto generally is volatile, but there are tokens that are more volatile than others. And it is very common with some of these altcoins that you don't even know. You see it is up by 200% and all of that. So you don't just start jumping and be risking any. You need to act smart when it comes to trading some of these pairs. You need to act smart so that the platform doesn't kick you out immediately when you start opening multiple trades and you're not even using stop losses and all of that. But what I'm trying to explain here is that you can pass your pro firm account if you do the right thing, and that is by acting smart. All right, by acting smart, because if I enter a trade with 5k and I'm looking for a risk reward ratio of 1 to 3, and it takes me a day or two for that to hit full TP, right, I'm passing my trade. And I'll show you the trading days. I think for 𝗘𝗲𝗙, the trading days here is what, let's see, what's the requirement for trading days? Trading period is okay. They say it's unlimited, so I think it's ProW that will tell you that trading period, that's the period you are supposed to pass. Okay, you're supposed to use to pass the evaluation should not be less than 5 days, right? They say it should not be minimum trading days 3 days. Yes. What this means is that the period you are supposed to use, okay, you cannot pass the evaluation in less than 3 days. You cannot pass the evaluation in less than 3 days. That's what these guys are saying, right? So that's what I'm saying. In cases like this, you need to act very smart. You don't just wake up and start, you just want to pass the evaluation by fire by force, because if you just wake up now, just make 1%, like 10% now to pass that evaluation, these guys will start looking at you and start giving you stories. All right, they'll start giving you stories, and it will not be pleasing to you when you hear that. All right, so always act smart, and then start smart, and then scale smarter. All right, now the next thing, if you must pass a lot of people are victims of this. The next thing, the fifth point here is you need to pay yourself before the market takes it back. Very often, a lot of us are victims of this. You're seeing a trade. Remember, I'm saying 1 to 3. If, for instance, I'm looking for a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, let's say I'm going to buy it around this area, and then I'm looking at a 4 or 3% stop loss or thereabout, and I'm looking for a 1 to to this zone here. Maybe I'm getting like a 1 to 3 or 4 risk to reward ratio. But if it pushes from here and it gets to this level, all right, let's say it pushes first and get to this level, that's already like a 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio, right? A 1 to 1.8 risk to reward ratio. And maybe again it pushes to this level, I'm getting like a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. I cannot say because I'm looking for a 1 to 3 that it must hit full TP before I start securing profit, right? I can't say because I'm looking for a 1 to 3 this must hit full TP before I start securing profit. If you do that, guys, you're doing yourself, because just if you have noticed, those of you who trade crypto nowadays cannot be predicted. Bitcoin was it on Friday? It flew up to 90 something or 91, I'll be 90k or thereabout, and immediately it dropped back to 83 so below 83, right? Immediately it dropped. You would have been happy, oh, this market is going in my favor, but before you know it, during the New York section, everything just crashed. So if you don't pay yourself, if you don't, remember I said you should act smart, right? If you don't pay yourself, the market will take away whatever they have given you back to it. They will take it back. So this is not a period where you say, I'm a day trader, must hold my trade for over 24 hours before I close it. Or I'm a swing trader, I must hold trade for 2 or 3 days. You can close it as it drops. If you are seeing another opportunity that is going to go up or is going to continue to go down, it is another opportunity for you to siphon from the market again. So if you must trade a pro firm account and you must pass it, please learn to pay yourself before the market takes it back. All right, before the market takes back what it has given you. If they give you profit and you say, oh, it's too small, Before you know it, they will take it back and even take more from what you have. All right. Okay, guys, give me a like if you're enjoying, if you are following and understanding me. Okay, give a like to the live stream. Give a like. Can I get a like? Can I get a like, guys? Smash that like button and let me know. I'm only left with one point, so let me know in the comment section. If you have questions, just use the comment section and we'll attend to that. Okay, if you have questions, use the comment section and I will attend to that. All right, so now the last point. Okay, the last point, if you must pass a pro firm account, guys, if you must pass a pro firm account, you have to track everything, right? You need to track everything. You are now a businessman. You have people, maybe somebody is trusting you with their money. Okay, somebody or some people are trusting you with their money. You need to be accountable. You need to be responsible. All right, and that is, a good trader needs a journal. If your trade goes well, record it somewhere. You need to track everything. If your trade didn't go well, record it somewhere. Why did it not go well? Was there a news? Was there an unforeseen circumstance that you didn't see? By default, if it is just by technical analysis alone, right? A lot of traders, a lot of persons would be within the range of 50 to 80% win rate in their journey, right? But there are other things that makes trading so confusing. There are a lot of other things that makes trading very, very confusing, and that is the freedom that every trader gets. You are not working. There is no boss here. Nobody to shout at you when you do something wrong. Nobody to scold you when you hit stop loss. Nobody to quarrel you or give you a warning letter when your trade hits stop loss, or when you see clearly that you would have patiently waited for this this setup to play out. Nobody is quarreling you. Nobody is shouting at you. Nobody is scolding you. Nobody is deducting your salary for misbehaving. You are the boss. You can do whatever you want, and that freedom comes with a lot of challenges, right? Some of us are emotionally, I don't know how to put it, but your emotions take a better part of you, and you just get everything just confused. All right, so you have to track everything. So if a trade goes well, why did it go well? You note it down. If same pattern or same strategy, same thing repeat itself again, will you still get something out of it? If it didn't go well, why did it not go well? Technically, why did it not go well? Was it your lack of patience? Would you have waited, for this setup? Things like that will help you, because when you sit down after a week's journey, after a day's journey, after a month's journey, you sit down and reflect and look at your journal, you will use it, okay? You learn from what you've done before, relearn, and then you proceed, right? If it hits stop loss, there's a lesson you must learn from it. If it hits full TP, there's a lesson you must learn from it. If you have TP 1, 2, 3, and at the end of the day you ended up closing that trade with maybe just TP1, there's a lesson you learn from it, because impatience can actually make you exit the market very early. Impatience can actually make you, enter a market, just FOMO into a market that is not ready yet for you to enter, and you make a lot of mistake. So going forward, guys, remember the 6 points that I mentioned. That number one is to start from a legit platform. Know the pro firm platform that you are going to make use of. All right, these are the 6 points that I just highlighted this evening. Number one is choose a legit platform. Choose the right pro firm platform. Don't just jump into pro firm because they are promising you that you keep 100% of the profit you make, or because it is cheaper. If you really want to, if you have the skill, then go for the legit one. Number two is choosing the right evaluation. I told you phase 1, phase 2. Why I prefer phase 2 is that it gives me more capital to play around with. So as I say, choose the right one for you. If phase 1 is what works for you, why not go ahead and do that? All right, and then you need to risk like a pro. That's the third point. Risk like a pro. You don't just come in and start behaving anyhow. The general rule of thumb is 1 to 3%. So stick to that. The fourth point, I said you should start smart. All right, start smart and then gradually scale smarter. And then the fifth point is you need to pay yourself before the market takes whatever profit that they're giving you to you, right? If you don't secure, and remember, the exchange will always tell you that this is unrealized PNL. Unrealized PNL. You're saying that your trade is up by 100%, 200%, but it is still unrealized until you click on that close button. All right, it is still unrealized. It is after you've closed that trade that it becomes a realized profit. All right, the only realized profit you see in all of your trades are the fees that you pay. Realized profit and loss, it could, if for instance you are benefiting from funding rate, it could either be positive or negative. All right, so always pay yourself before the market takes it from you. And the last point is track everything, and what I mean by that is get a journal and keep records of all that you do in the market. That will help you a lot to do better in this space. So if you have questions, go ahead, use the comment section. It is now time for questions and answer, and I'm here. It could be related to what we've talked about. It could be generally in the crypto space. It could be generally about trading. Just let me know in the comment section and I'll take it one after the other. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you for being with me for the past 30 minutes or thereabout. Yeah, so if you have gained value, smash that like button, and let me know in the comment section if you have questions. Any question? Can we call it a day here? Any question, guys? Are we good? Can we call it a day here? All right, can you please explain drawdown? Okay, what drawdown means is the amount of money you are allowed to lose. Drawdown is the amount of money you are expected to lose in a day. So if I go back to any of this platform, right, I told you for the two-step evaluation, which is the one I love, it says you have daily drawdown. Okay, there is a daily drawdown, and then there is a maximum loss, which is equally, in other words, maximum drawdown. So if I come in here, the daily drawdown is what? Is 5%. So it means in a day, if you are going to be losing, if you, for instance, you take 10 trades, all the losses you will incur that day, it should not be more than 5% of the capital they have given to you, right? So I keep using 100K as an example because that's the one I've been trading most often, and I plan to scale to 200. All right, so if I get a 100K account, what it means is that in a day I should not lose 5,000. If I lose 5,000 that day, I fail. That is automatic failure. I'm failing that account for that day, right? If I hold a trade and all of the trades are all in negative, they're all going against me, and if you join all of the negative PNLs from all of the trades, it is minus 5,000, automatic failure. I just failed that account. And then the max drawdown is what you will lose overall. All right, if the trade is if you lose 500 today, you lose 200 tomorrow, you lose 1,000 the next day, and it takes you like 10 days or 30 days to lose, cumulatively to lose 10,000 at a go. All right, to lose 10,000 at a go, you will fail that account, right? You will fail that account. So that's what drawdowns are. Drawdown means this is the limit of what you should lose in a day or what you should lose overall in this money we are giving to you. So if you lose 10,000 overall, then you fail the account. If you lose 5,000 in a day drawdown, simply means what you are expected to lose. You are not expected to lose more than that. All right, you are not expected to lose, not even more than that. You are not expected to lose up to that, because if your daily drawdown is 5%, if you lose up to 5% that day, you fail the account. So you are not even supposed to lose up to that, right? So that's how those stuff works. And once you pass the challenge and you are trading a live account, you have been funded and you are trading. If, for instance, they funded you 100K, and today, maybe after taking trades today, it drops to 92. If you make back money tomorrow, it resets again. Okay, if for instance you make money by the next day you trade, it goes back to 102. It resets again, because that drawdown is on the major capital, the main capital that it gave to you, right? The main capital that they gave to you, not on the profit you are making, because when you make profit, you can always withdraw. Now with Hero Trader, minimum withdrawal is 100 USDT. Once you get funded and you make up to 100 USDT in a day, you can request for withdrawal, right? And then your account will reset back to the main, and you trade again. If you make another one, you request for withdrawals. You make another one, you request for withdrawal. But there are people who have been siphoning money from this platform. All right, there are people who have been siphoning money. You can see right here. These are sorry, I have to go back there. These are recent payouts. Okay, I don't know if these guys have it, but I just needed to show you. These are recent payouts. Let it load up so that I will just share that with you. Okay, there are recent payouts. There's somebody that I think recently withdrew about 30-something thousand or so. There are payout happenings every day, right? But I hope the person that asked the question about drawdown, you understand before I started, going into that. In summary, drawdowns are what you are expected to lose in a day or overall in that particular trade that you entered. All right, when that loss will come back there. All right, any other question? I can see. Hello sir, can we receive signals to help pass the PROFEM? Yes, you can. All right, so for those of you who want to get an account, the link to sign up to get an account, I think you get 10% discount for any of these, whether if it is for the IRO or the PROW. The links are in the video description. Right, so go to the link in the video description, use those links to get an account. And once you get an account, let me know. You can send me a message on Telegram. If you are not on Telegram already, the link to join us on Telegram will equally be there as well. You can just send me a message at 𝗥𝗘𝗙 𝗖𝗢𝗄, and I'll add you up, and then we'll provide you with signals. We are going to be trading together, not just even signals. We're going to be looking at the market together, trade together, guide you to pass the evaluation until you get funded. So yes, I can do that for you. All right, Michael, we can do that, but the criteria or the condition for that is that you need to get the account using the discount code in the video description. Okay, yeah. So thank you everyone for your time. It's time well spent. If we are going into the new year, so all I'm planning to do now is, instead of just sitting by the fence, some of you will say, oh, the capital is I don't have capital. If I have capital, once I just make 2% out of the market, just imagine that I'm entering a trade with 2K and I make 2%. It means that I'll be making $40 or thereabout, and I'm out of the market. It's easier said, okay, than done. It's easier said than done. Even if you have all the capital in the whole world, I've seen people who have bought, funded accounts, and then they just lose it the next day. People buy funded account, the next day they lose it, and when you ask them what is the problem, they say they forgot to put stop loss. They forgot to put stop loss. A majority of those who fail accounts are stop loss issue, or they are over trading and stuff like that. So we can trade together. Get an account and let me know, and we'll see how we can push it together. So every weekend I'll be doing these sections, and to see how it goes. And I want to see people I'm going to be trading with, and one of these days I want them to come in here and say they have passed their account, they have been funded, or they have made their first withdrawal, and it goes on. Right? So yeah, but remember, Buying a funded account is not to learn how to trade. It is for those who already know how to trade. Remember, I said that funded accounts are for a pro-firm platform of business, owners. It's a partnership business. They are looking for those who have the skills. They have the capital. Do you have the skill? Come and let's trade together. All right. Maybe in my next live stream, I'll be talking about different ways you can make money with the skills you have acquired as a trader, as a technical analyst. There are different ways you can make money, even without money. Right? The most important thing is acquire the skill. Once you have the skill, there are different ways you can make money with it. In my next live stream, that's what we'll be looking at, and that next live stream will be coming up tomorrow. So thank you so much for your time, guys. I do appreciate you. For those of you who have stayed with me from the beginning till now, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye everyone, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done that already.